clouds, a lone figure stands silhouetted against the ancient walls of Castle Ravenloft.
And you see into your imagination. Will be
He has a look of power and of madness.
traveling in a world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation.
Rumbling thunder pounds the castle spires. The wind's howling increases as Strahd turns his gaze back to the village. A party of adventurers has just entered his domain.
Ooh, paradise. Simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world. There's nothing to it.
Another lightning flash rips through the darkness, its thunder echoing through the castle towers. But Strahd is gone. Only the howling of the wind, or perhaps a lone wolf, fills the midnight air.
Imagination living there, you'll be free.
The master of Ravenloft is having guests for dinner, and you are invited.
Last we met, the party found their way out of the werewolf den and out again into the path that the mist set forth for them towards Castle Ravenloft. And when they closed their eyes, the mist closed in on them. And when they opened them, they found themselves in an ornate dining hall. An ominous energy emanates throughout the place, one of dread. 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber, and pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with a fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with many delectable foods. Roasted beasts basted in savory sauces, roots and herbs of every taste, and sweet fruits and vegetables. Places are set for each of the 3 of you with delicate china and silver. At each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid with a delicate, tantalizing fragrance you can smell from where you stand. At the center of the far west wall, between floor-to-ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in its tone of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, a single caped figure pounds the keys in raptured ecstasy. The figure suddenly stops, and a deep silence falls over the dining hall as he slowly turns towards you. He turns, and you recognize his face. This is the dreadlord himself, Lord Strahd Von Zoravich. He introduces himself. I thank you for coming. I appreciate the opportunity to be your gracious host. You're free to explore my castle, and if you'd like, we should sit and have a meal together, that I might tell you my story and that of my family. You're free to do as you wish.
Orlith is not going to say anything, just keeping his eyes on this figure. And has he sat down?
No,
Or is he just
stands
standing?
behind his chair waiting for you to take your seats.
Okay. Dorlith will.
I nervously take my seat.
Yep.
Yes, Alora, you notice off to the right side of the table from where you're standing, there is a spot set, notably for you because all of the silverware is much smaller.
Are you serious?
I'm
I love
entirely
it.
serious.
Is my chair taller?
Yes, the base of your chair is taller, but it's still small and spindly, almost like a very, very, very tall, tiny, like miniature, like high chair.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Where is it?
It's right where you're standing.
Okay, cool.
Keeping his
I still
eyes.
nervously sit there and I'm like, hello.
He says, "Greetings, my child. I'm glad you accepted my invitation."
I'm very nervous, but I didn't say that part. I just said thank you, but nervously.
He smiles and extends a hand out to Artie and Dorlith, motioning for them to take their seats.
Dorlith is gonna go around the side of the table, still just keeping an eye, not quite breaking eye contact. And he'll begin to slowly sit down and angle his chair slightly towards the head of the table.
Quick question. Are we on a map currently, or am I in the wrong owlbear? I haven't
You must
explored
be in the
the
wrong
castle.
owlbear because we are looking at Castle Ravenloft.
Okay. I do have a dissected castle.
If you
Yeah,
zoom
that's what it
in
is. We are
to
yeah.
K10, I believe it is.
Okay, perfect.
map 3 of
Yes.
the main floor.
Took me a second to find it too. I was really happy when I did.
Okay. Yeah, I take my seat next to Dorlith, I guess.
And the figure himself takes a seat here at the head of the table. And picking up a knife and a fork and begins to take part in the meal set before you. He assures you, "Worry not, my friends.
What is there
I
to
haven't
eat?
poisoned the food for you." What was that, Alora? Jamie?
Oh my god, my mic wasn't working and neither was my sound.
No worries, you're fine. What did you say?
I'm asking what is there to eat?
There's plenty before you, all kinds of roasted beasts, birds, and land animals that are basted in savory sauces, and there are roots and herbs all over the place. Notably, many of the roots and herbs are placed on the table in your area, and many sweet fruits and vegetables strewn about the entire long table.
I grab one of each and I'm going to eat it all.
All right.
Also, did we have a short rest since the last time I was here?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
Watching Alora eat, does she seem all right?
Yes.
Okay. What is Strahd eating?
He's eating some kind of roasted bird. It's been roasted dark. It looks like maybe just a large chicken.
Mhm.
He's taking a large knife and cutting off slices of it for himself and taking some vegetables and things like that. And he's got a large apple beside him on his right side and a glass of wine that is just a little bit too red.
As he's eating, is he paying us no mind? Or is he glancing up at us? Or is he not breaking his gaze? Or what is his mannerisms as he's eating?
He seems to be peeking at each one of you every couple seconds, trying to make sure you're enjoying the food and things like that.
Okay.
My stomach
doesn't
doesn't
seem-
hurt from the food, does it?
It does not.
I keep eating more. And then I ask him if he has actual wine.
He says, "But of course," and he claps his hands, and in the large double doors here come a pair of skeletal servants, one bringing a large glass goblet with somehow large red gems encrusted on the side of it, and another bringing a giant flask of red liquid, which you can assume is wine, and they begin to pour it for you before clattering back out of the room.
What does this wine smell like? I gotta sniff it first. I'm classy like that. No,
It
I'm joking.
smells like a very, very, very expensive wine. If this is what you're asking, it doesn't smell like blood.
Okay. He just has a taste for red wine. I take a sip and I appreciate its goodness in the glass, but I don't say anything. And I'm also very nervous and kind of sweating.
He says, "Are you enjoying yourself, my friend?"
I have food in my mouth, so I'm going to be talking like I have food in my mouth for this. And I'm going to say, yes, I enjoy the food.
Very good. The guilty pleasures of immortality indeed.
What?
And
Oh.
and you too? He gestures to you and Dorlith and Artie. He gestures to the two of you.
Such fine meats, it's hard to choose which. And Dorothy will just take a fork out and just stab the closest piece of meat and pull it on his plate.
My right hand, I'll reach out and grab some food as well and put it on my plate, moving it around. In my left hand, Dorlith, you can see underneath the height of the table, I'm palming the ring and fiddling with it nervously.
He says, "Indeed, and an elder such as yourself, I'm sure your wisdom has come in handy for helping this lot survive."
Serve where I'm needed.
"Indeed," he says, before standing up, setting his silverware down, leaving a suddenly empty plate, and saying, "Well, here you are. Enjoy yourselves while you can. You'll see from me again." And he begins to recede, not into the darkness in the corner or maybe a shadow stray in the room. He recedes into the air that he stands in. He just seems to disappear before you. One minute he's there, and the next moment it's as though he never was.
I take a large gulp of the wine and I say, oh my god.
Dorlith didn't eat anything. He just kind of pulled meat onto his plate and worked it around a little bit with his fork. He's going to stand up and walk toward the head of the table. As he does, he'll just briefly place a hand on Artie's shoulder as he walks by, and he'll walk up to that goblet filled with wine that he was drinking, and he'll just lean down and look at it.
It doesn't smell like blood. It does look like it. You don't know what it is. It's not wine.
Dorothy is going to take a little flask out of his bag and kind of dump a little bit into it, where the little flask that he used to hold the rejuvenation water.
Okay.
And he's going to pour this liquid into it.
All right.
And just set it aside or put it back into its pouch. Just kind of turn around and stare at the organ.
When you pour the liquid from in his glass into your flask, you can swear that when the liquid hits the bottom, as it splashes, you can hear the laughter of children. You can feel as the liquid hits the bottom and weighs down the flask. You can feel the weight of a heavy heart with its first heartbreak. You don't know what gives you this notion, but what you have in your hand is youth.
Huh.
What I drank was wine then, right?
What you drank was wine, yes.
Thank God. Okay.
Flask of youth? Question mark.
As you all go about surveying the room, a fierce and bone-chilling wind rises up and roars through the hall outside. It slips inside and puts out all of the open flames. You are left in darkness. You can hear the screech of ancient hinges and the solid thud of many heavy doors slamming shut, one after another,
I cast
going
daylight.
into the distance.
I cast daylight.
All right, mark it as cast. You can see in the room, nothing has changed.
Were the
I
double
think I'm
doors,
going
were
to
they
move
unlocked?
then.
You may certainly go check.
I mean, were they open before the light went out? Sorry.
They were shut.
Okay, gotcha.
You can hear in the distance a portcullis clanging shut and the tired groan of an aged drawbridge pulling up and finally resting in its upward position. You're trapped inside this castle now.
Oh,
No.
I
Oh
actually
no, no.
cast detect magic from the time that he left the room. I don't
What'd
know
you
how
say?
much longer. I said I'm going to richly detect magic from the time he left the room and left us alone.
Indeed.
I don't know when
Magic,
that will be done, but
magic abounds in this place. There is no place in where you stand, no place nearby, presumably within the entire castle, that doesn't have magic coursing through the air like veins. It's all around.
okay.
walk to the door and check to see if that is locked.
The handle turns, but the door doesn't even budge. Not like it's locked or that it's being held shut. The door doesn't move. It's like a solid wall now.
Is it being magically held shut?
Alora would assume so.
Oh, and it was only a short rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I think I might just use my last 3rd level spell slot to dispel the magic on the door. Team, what do we think?
Let's take a look around the room before we resort to using the last fleeting bits of our magic to get out of this room.
Okay.
In the travels here, Artie would have played a bit on the flute.
Mm-hmm.
Can I approach the piano and just kind of inspect the keys and possibly play a little bit?
Give me perception. Or no, investigation.
Can I assist him?
Do you have a higher level of proficiency than
17.
him?
For investigation, I have a +4. So
Well,
probably
it's not about the number. It's about your proficiency level.
my proficiency bonus.
Yeah. No. Do you
No,
have
yeah,
proficiency?
I have proficiency in investigation. Yep.
Do you, Artie?
Yes, I have expertise in investigation, actually.
Oh yeah. Then you wouldn't be able to help him, Vito.
Cool.
So no assist?
No assist. No advantage.
Okay,
No,
so-
you know, like the idea, like you wouldn't be able to help somebody with something that they're better than you at. You know.
Okay, 17.
That'll do it. When you inspect the giant organ, you notice scratch marks on the floor, arcing outward from the right side.
Okay. I'll go ahead and kind of silently motion for the group to come over.
Wait, where are you telling me to go? Can you ping it? Right by the organ?
Yeah, over by the piano. I kind of point at the floor over by the piano,
Okay.
as I'm definitely not strong enough to move this.
I mean, I'm like a foot tall.
What are you going to do when everyone's there?
I'll point to the floor and draw everyone's attention to the scrape marks, and then I will try to help anyone that's gonna try to move it.
You can give it a push and a pull if I need to.
Go ahead and give me strength. Raw strength check.
And I've got a crowbar as a tool to help.
Is it
Sure. Give me
20?
strength. All of you give me raw strength. Artie with advantage.
So I was
okay.
wondering if there were any cracks in this thing.
The organ itself?
No, in the floor.
No.
Get a 20.
And so what are we trying? Was there any cracks in the thing that we're trying to lift? Because I want to
The
climb
organ?
it.
You're not trying to lift the organ. You're trying to push or pull it out of the way.
I'm confused. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. No worries.
Like a bookshelf on a hinge, there's
Oh.
a drag mark on the floor.
Oh, okay. Then yeah,
Indicating that the piano's been moved.
I'll give a strength, but I got a -1 in strength.
Got a 13.
I got a 6.
20.
The organ begins to move as though it's intended to, but the moment you relinquish your grip on it, it slides back into place. It seems that there's a mechanism holding it. Maybe there's a different way you can cause it to move itself.
I want to start playing the organ.
Yeah, I was gonna try to play this song that he was playing when we walked in, or when we woke up here.
Give me
as well.
sleight of hand.
Okay,
You should try first.
that's a 10.
10 is not going to do it. You don't have the... Your fingers are tiny, so they're not going to work on a piano this big.
Yeah, I'm using my whole hand to play the E1 key.
Artie, you?
There we go.
21.
It's slow and it's not perfect, but you managed to closely replicate what Strahd was playing, and you hit one particular note, and the key depresses in further than the rest, suddenly causing the organ to shudder and swing open slowly like a door until there's about a 2 or 3 foot wide opening, allowing you into another room through a secret passage. As you exit out into the area, you can feel an assuredness. Lord Strahd has allowed you knowledge of his home. You can feel the location of all of the rooms in the castle, but you can feel no presences here, although you doubt that you're alone.
Okay. DM,
Yes.
I still am tracking 3 magical light rocks. Can I disperse that amongst us, seeing how we've had a few people?
You certainly can.
Okay. I'll reach into a pouch and pull out, I think Dorlish had one. 3 rocks that illuminate light. I think it's 20 feet and 20 feet. It's basically torchlight. And I hand them out to you guys so that we can see better. And then I also close my fist around mine to show that we can hide the light.
What is it called?
It's just a stone. Through magic tinkering of my artificer, I can cast
Okay, yeah.
Basically luck. Okay.
And I'll just keep it in my head.
Okay.
We'll do the same, closing his fist around the stone.
I kind of look at the stone. I'm really pleased with it, and I'm like, "This is pretty." And then I kind of say, "I'm gonna go in the next room." So where's the room that opened?
Here.
Okay. I'll fly in because I'm curious and want to get out of this room that we were just trapped in.
The next few rooms have nothing of circumstance. They're all just long, narrow corridors, high domed ceilings, and grand halls. But there's nothing of consequence in any of them.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of. There's nothing in this one, right? Nothing that I can see.
Nothing.
Can I go? Is this steps from? This steps go from where to where?
These steps go upstairs and downstairs. There are two ways to go from there.
Where do we want to go?
What is to the north of me? Actually, yeah, I've already been moved. The room with mirrors.
Indeed.
Can I look into these mirrors?
Sure. Are you looking for something in particular?
No, just looking in them.
Why he got mirrors if he's a vampire?
There is no reaction.
Okay.
Does anybody think it's weird that the vampire has mirrors?
I just look a little more pale than normal. Being feared. What is to the north of me in this round room, if anything?
In this round room, you said?
A12?
Yeah.
A12. Ah, yes. There's a high domed ceiling capping a 30-foot wide octagonal room. Frescoes faded with age adorn the ceiling, but their images are impossible to make out. Tall, thin arrow slits look out over the courtyard.
Okay.
What do I see when I look through the window?
A dark courtyard in what is strangely discernibly night sky of Barovia. You can see the moon from here. It's the first time you've seen it since you arrived here.
Eerie. I relay them what I see to my team. I'm like, it's nighttime out there and we can see the moon.
So, is this the only way to go up or down? Or is this a thing too?
You can go up or down. That's not a thing.
Okay. Got it. Well. What do y'all think? Up or down?
50-50 shot, so.
Dorlith is going to start walking down.
All right.
I shall follow. Artie, are you coming along?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look down to map 11. You arrive here.
Okay. Just continue to over here to K68. Looking at K69.
Slick yellow lichen covers the walls and ceiling of this cold, damp, 10-foot wide passage. Off to both sides of this passage are 10-foot wide square alcoves that contain rotting cots, rags, and the skeletal remains of people wearing the armor of castle guards. A deathly silence fills the hall.
Is the lichen in the hallway that we're in, or in that room?
Just in that room. It's spread a little bit out into the hallway, but doesn't seem to survive far into it.
Does anyone want to take a look in here?
Maybe? Kind of scares me a little. Like, what if the funguses takes over?
Well, you could probably just fly through and not touch it, right?
Okay, yeah, point. Whee! But what if I have to make a con save now because I'm in the...
I'll go ahead and pull out a. It's a small bell on a small rope. The Raven has one around his ankle as well, and I'll shake it telekinetically, calling him to my position, and I'll send the bird in, as he's immune to poisons, just in case.
What'd you do with the token? Oh, it's still up here. I got it.
Still at the table. I'm trying to load it on my computer so that I
Nope.
can select things with my mouse pointer.
I
instead of
moved it for you, no
That
worries. So you send him in. Nothing happens to him.
Okay. What do I see? What does the bird see that I see as he
Just
flies around the room and comes back?
many sets of skeletal remains in the alcoves.
Okay. Doing a few loops and then coming back into the hallway. Artie's kind of still spooked by the whole situation, but I'll nod to the other two.
Brother's gonna check this door, see if it's...
You looking for traps?
No, just to see if it's locked.
Okay. It's unlocked.
Okay. Dorlith is gonna look behind to Artie and Alora, seeing that they're around, like they haven't wandered off or anything. Give them a nod
Damn it.
and just open the door and step in.
I have a small dagger out and I'm trying to scrape yellow lichen off the wall.
The lichen doesn't react when you scrape it off.
Okay.
Dorlith. Dark stains, you can't tell what they are, cover the floor of the area. Large oak tables lay scarred and beaten like toys across the room, and they're crushed and splintered. Replacing them are furnishings made entirely of human bones. The walls and 20-foot-high vaulted ceilings are sickly yellow color, not because of faded or time-worn plaster, but because they are adorned with the skulls and bones arranged in a morbidly decorative fashion, giving the room a cathedral-like quality. 4 enormous mounds of bones occupy the corners of this ossuary, and garlands of skulls extend from these mounds to a chandelier of bones that hang from the ceiling above. A long table constructed of bones is in the center of the room, and 10 chairs, further made of bones, are festooned with decorative skulls surrounding the table. Resting atop which is an ornate, bowl-shaped vessel, made yet of more bones. The doors to the north and south are sheathed in bone, but the steel-banded double doors in the center of the east wall are not. Above these eastern doors is mounted the skull of a dragon. And
I ask, is everything okay in there?
sitting comfortably at the end of the table farthest from you is Lord Strahd, holding the skull of some long dead soul.
Is everything okay in there?
Dorlith, you see him, and by the time you have a chance to blink, you open your eyes, and he's gone.
Does the bowl he was holding clatter, or does that also just kind of like disappear too?
Again, it's as if it was never there.
These bones, do they look small?
Look, average human size.
Okay. Yeah, everything's all right in here. Doesn't seem to be anything, well, more crazy than what we've been used to lately.
I come in and I see there's a bunch of bones. I scream. And I'm like low key like in this pile of bones right here. I start fiddling through it for like a femur bone so I can attack people with it.
So you're looking for a very specifically shaped bone?
Yeah, a very sturdy, solid bone. Like a very sturdy, like,
Now,
leg
you can
bone.
look for the sturdiest, solidest bone you can find, but we are still talking about human bone.
I'm not human.
Well, yeah, they're not your bones, though.
Eh. Whose bones are they?
You don't know.
Who cares then? Dead bones. Everything's dead. One day.
Well, my
and they're
point is,
just-
any bone that's large enough or that's small enough for you to carry,
You
probably
like
not
a
going to be sturdy enough to use in combat.
finger
Oh, that's
bone?
what you meant. Okay, then I'll just take a tooth and more teeth. I'll take like 30 teeth. Like a whole set of teeth. 32. 32. That's
Okay,
how many
30.
teeth a person has, but I have 30. That's why.
32 teeth indeed, then.
Yeah. But I still want a bone. If it's gonna break on somebody, I'm okay with that. It's for theatrical effect at this point.
All right.
Not like a combat move, because I have a -1 in strength.
Artie's gonna approach Dorlith. Artie takes stock of Dorlith's weapons. Dorlith, do you have a silvered weapon, or was that someone else?
That was our
Okay.
long lost
Do you have a
compatriot.
magic weapon?
I do not.
Okay.
Do you?
I can enchant one of your weapons for an hour with magic when the time comes.
Oh, that's good
If we
enough
get
for
into a
me.
big fight, I just have to be close by. I'll go ahead and shake the bell, and the bird will come in and fly around Alora and perch on top of the pile.
Want to go? What do you think? Oh, go ahead.
You said the dragon's head is here? Over this door or over here?
Yeah, over the
Okay.
east wall.
Oh, bone door or dragon skull door?
I'm going for Dragon Skull door.
All right, then.
This hall stands in deadly silence. Heavy beams support a sagging 10-foot high ceiling. Fog clings to the floor, obscuring everything that lies less than 3 feet above it. And just above the fog, a shadow lurches across the floor as a dark figure shuffles purposefully down the corridor toward you.
Dorlith will immediately toss that light rock across the floor like a grenade at it, just to see if it can be lit up.
As the light illuminates the figure and casts away the fog, you see a mongrel folk, much similar like the kind you found in Kretsk. The creature has a hunched over back, one arm is shorter than the other, and one eye is much wider open than the other. The creature shrieks at its first sight of you, going, "What are you doing?"
We're guests of Lord Strahd. How dare you ask us what we're doing? Oh, I'm just kidding. What's your name?
He cuts you off as you speak, regardless of what you say, and says, "Of course you're guests of Lord Strahd. If not, you'd be dead already." He starts mumbling just random nothings to himself, and it becomes clear very obviously that the man is crazy. The creature's body, as you get closer to it, you notice that his skin has started festering away. The man's body is in a very, very late stage of decomposition, yet he walks. He served the master for uncounted years, and he shambles on past you down the corridor without saying anything else to you.
Bye-bye.
That was
That was odd.
interesting.
If he walked past us, which way did he turn?
Left into K68.
The way we came?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to go back that way then. He seemed a little odd. Little loony.
I will follow him with my raven as far as this hallway, or back into this room a little bit, and just see if he goes upstairs or into the knight's room.
He goes into the room with the night skeletons.
Okay. Well, we should probably get a move on then.
Do you want to look around or just keep going forward?
I think we have to. I don't think forward is just going to be easy. I think we have to find answers, solutions, play riddles to get out.
I mean, and Dorlith will get close to Artie and Alora and say, before we leave, we should pay our respects to the family in a really hushed voice. If that meaning was caught.
No, it wasn't.
DM, can I speak above table and not have Strahd hear us? Okay, so that sword that we were told about by, I don't know, I don't remember if it was Van Richten or if it was in a book or it was something that it was in Strahd's brother's crypt.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of assuming that maybe it's here. That's what I meant by pay respects to the family.
DM, was that here in the castle, or was it in near a bridge
It was.
where waters met?
The Sun Sword is here in the castle in Sergei's tomb.
That's what was
Okay, cool.
That's what I was hinting at without Strahd eavesdropping.
I give a wink.
Also, really quick, one more question. When you said the lichen doesn't seem to react, was I able to get a sampling, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, nothing happened though. It just seems like a yellow moss.
I'm an alchemist. I'm gonna fuck with it later. Okay. Thanks.
Nice. A66.
Can I go ahead and check for traps?
You certainly may. Go ahead and give me investigation.
Oh, sorry. 28 and 22 sleight of hand.
You detect no traps.
Okay. I'll go ahead and push the door open.
Down into here.
66.
Oh. Sorry about that. There's a 20-foot square room here, filled wall to wall with all sorts of clutter. A long, sagging bed sits to one side under a huge faded tapestry that depicts Castle Ravenloft. Broken swords, crumpled shields, and helmets lie in piles all over the room.
Okay. Artie takes a small step forward into the doorway, and looks back at the party.
I'll follow in.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and go in. You said this is mostly with detect magic. Does anything in this room light up more than the others?
No.
Okay. Where is the tapestry? Like against the back wall over here, or?
On the right side next to the bed.
Okay.
It's hanging over the bed.
Okay. I'll go ahead and back out of the room. I don't want to.
Wait, what does the bed look like?
Disgusting.
Like, how disgusting? On a scale of 1 to a 13-year-old boy's room?
The linens haven't been washed in years.
Nasty.
I originally thought maybe the boy as well, but
Can I go into K65?
Not from where you're standing.
Right next to it? Or is that the exit door? I'm confused about these doors. I'm gonna
That
fly
is
over
an
here.
exit door. Yes, you can go in there.
Okay. Does anybody want to check for traps first, or should I just barge in?
I mean,
I don't think we need to be. If there wasn't a, I'm just going in.
A horrible odor of decay fills this steaming hot room. A huge pot of bubbles over a blazing fire pit in the center of room is green, with muddy contents churning. The far wall is lined with pegs, hanging from which are numerous large cooking instruments, many of which could easily double as implements of torture. Alora, give me a perception check.
Oh god. Okay. 11.
As you enter the room, you notice the bubbling intensifies, and very suddenly, rushing back into the room past the three of you, is the strange little mongrel man who has a club in his hand now, and he rushes past you. And as you watch, a couple of decayed zombies begin to rise up out of the bubbling cauldron. He beats them back in and turns back to you, stating that I'm just not the cook I used to be. My meals tend to get out of hand these days.
That's food.
Yes, 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 indeed. What else would I have to eat?
Falls
Trash? Could be better than this.
The little
Already
mongrel,
recalled.
the little mongrel man looks at you, Alora, and you can almost see his eyes glaze over as he stares at you, and he recedes back into insanity, just hobbling back down the hallway again, back towards K68.
Kinda wanna
Can I-
follow this little guy right now, then.
Can I make an Arcana check just to see?
What are you checking
Or-
for?
Just to see what's going on, whether it's like actually just cooking or if it's some kind of spell or something.
I'll give
Yeah,
him an
Arcana.
assist, because I have a proficiency in it, too.
Yep, go ahead.
27.
There's nothing innately magical about what he has in the pot.
Okay.
Does it smell like any kind of animals or anything like that?
Nope. It smells like death.
I mean, there's dead animals. That's how we eat them.
It doesn't smell like dead animals. It smells like dead people.
Oh god. The pork.
I'll pull the handkerchief that smells of the perfume from the Burgermeister's house. And cover my face and back out of the room.
Yeah. Me too. I'm gonna fly over to where weird little guy is. Our weird little friend. Do I move this? Does
I'm
anybody
sorry,
want?
what was that, Artie?
I grabbed the handkerchief from my pocket that, through magical tinkering, produces a smell of the perfume from the mirror room, from the Burgermeister's first floor,
Mm-hmm.
second floor. Sorry, and just cover my face and back away.
All right.
I'm back at K68 looking at our little friend. I'm concerned. Is he there?
No, he's gone already.
Then how'd he just show up so fast? Can I find... I need to find out which way he went. Is there anything that, like... Are there any tracks or any smells that he's leaving behind?
Nope.
If I were a dog, would I smell him?
Maybe.
Okay. Let's see. What is good sense of smelling that I could turn into real quick? Give me a second while I try to decide what to wild shape into to not die, and also I'll do the
I do think
direwolf.
direwolf has advantage
Okay.
on spells.
Okay. I just need to adjust the hit points. If I didn't take any damage yet, so. Yeah, I wild shape into a direwolf, and now I start sniffing the ground.
You can smell him, but the scent doesn't lead you upstairs.
Where does it lead me?
Down.
Well, I go down then.
Where?
I go up and then I go down. Oh wait! Oh my God, he's below me.
He is.
Jesus Christ! Can I dig at the floor, or is it like cement?
It's stone.
Okay. Oh, can you make me big?
Oh, yes, you are a dog now.
A large dog.
I'll tell Dorlith that Alora has found something or is digging at something.
She go?
Kind of indicate that we should the knight's room.
Okay.
And then head back to check to see what's going on.
Hello, dog.
What is it, Lassie?
I can't say anything, but I start digging below.
Not going to get through that very easily.
I make a noise that acknowledges how futile it is for me.
Well, you want to go down?
Yes, I nod my head yes.
There was a staircase in the hallway that we were at. We give that a shot. What do you say? Huh? Would you like that? Would you like that? Huh?
My tail doesn't wag because I'm like, what? I'm thinking, what am I, a dog?
Very suddenly, bellowing through the halls, you hear the voice of Strahd. Cease your futility, children. Your failure, it aggravates me. Allow me to prod you along like the worthless cattle you are. And very suddenly you feel a rush, like you're being pushed. No, pulled. You can't decide, but very suddenly you appear in a new place. You smell water. But you can still feel the despair that the castle emanates.
I go, what the hell? I'm thinking, I'm basically doing the Scooby-Doo rut-row.
There is a tunnel before you cut into the pillar stone of Ravenloft itself. The surface is slick and the ceiling is only about 6 feet high. You'd have to crouch, Dorlith. A lingering fog limits visibility to only a few feet.
Is that mongrel? Is he a Fey fiend or undead?
He's considered a humanoid. Mongrel folk are humanoid.
Okay. Never mind. Do y'all want to continue this way? Or this way? Up or down the stairs?
I'll sniff the air, and do I smell any closer to that weirdo?
No, but you do feel a radiance coming from nearby.
Which direction?
East.
Oh god, I don't know what east is. Okay, there we go.
You're right.
Is it forward and my right or down backward and my right?
Forward.
Or left.
Okay. Does the smell of the radiance or the feeling of it get stronger as I get over here?
Yes.
Do I sense any kind of like danger?
No.
Like, okay. I'm a little nervous, so I'm going to step very slowly. Does anybody here have a good? I don't know. Someone should
Give
go
me
ahead
just
of
a
me.
moment. Give me just a moment. Sorry.
Yeah, someone should go ahead of me, because I don't want to fall and die. Because I am a dog, and dogs can't use their thumbs.
He said we're
I've
in
got thieves' tools.
a little passageway that just continues on. Like this.
Hey, while he's busy, Dorlith, can you change your color from red?
Yeah, we'll see if I can do that. Why, what's up?
That's his color too.
How do I change my color?
Very sorry about that. Everybody there?
Yeah, how do we change the color that we
Oh, I got it.
are?
I figured it out.
No idea, actually. Maybe you go in your pointer settings. Yeah, you go
Yep.
in the little pointer symbol on the right, and you can change your color. I want to be pink. I'm pink now.
Alright, so this long hallway goes down, continues on crouched down to here. This door at the end that we see.
Indeed.
Okay. Dorlith is going to slowly crouch his way in this direction. Hunched over.
As you approach, you can feel a thick fog clinging to the floor. As you enter, you find a catacombs. Buried beneath the keep of Ravenloft lie an ancient catacombs with arched ceilings supported by wide hollow columns that double as crypts. Cobwebs hang limp in the musty air. A thick fog clings to the floor, which is covered in putrid waste. The ceiling above you is black, but it's moving.
I'll pull out my stone in like a fist and slide my thumb aside so that it sends a little bit of light up.
They're
What's
back.
the?
They're
Okay,
back.
I'll quickly close my fist.
Around you is a wide open catacombs with multiple exits in many directions, and you can feel the radiance coming from your northeast now.
As to not awake the bats, I am going to stealth. Because I am a giant predator that will definitely awake those things.
Yeah, I'll go for a stealth too.
All right. Go ahead. You may do as you wish from there.
Do you
Oh,
all
that's
want
on
to
that
do
one. These dice
clockwise?
suck today. So that's a 6.
Yeah, I didn't stealth very well.
Me neither. I got a 6.
Do y'all want to walk clockwise around this place?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a stairway. Can I see anything in this direction down the stairs? kind of peeking around the
Yes.
corner.
You feel a sudden burst of radiance, and peeking from inside a tomb in the center of the large room, you can feel something you haven't felt in a long time. You feel a ray of sunshine touch your skin before you approach it, and it darkens. Black marble steps descend 30 feet into a tomb that has a vaulted ceiling feet ahead. A stillness, a calm is felt in here, and in the center of the tomb, a white marble slab supports an intricately laid coffin. Chiseled into the slab is a name: Strahd Von Zoravich. To the north, behind the coffin, are 3 alcoves. A beautifully carved statue stands in each alcove, a stunning young man flanked by 2 angels, looking as polished and new as the day each was placed there. An iron lever protrudes from the south wall, presumably to mechanically open the tomb itself.
Feeling that sunlight, Dorothy is going to walk where he felt it from.
Yes, the coffin.
Walk to that. Does it look like there's a break in the lid, or like it's slid aside slightly, or is it fully?
Just a bit.
Dorlith will look over at Artie and Alora, take a deep breath, and just reach his arm into the coffin.
I'll cast guidance on him and then move over towards the lever.
Mm. So are you going to pull the lever?
I'll move my hand back out before he pulls it if he decides to pull it.
I'm not going to pull it. I'm just over here.
So Dorlith is reaching his hand into the coffin at the little slit. Just reaching inside, seeing what he can feel. Feel around for anything.
You feel skeletal remains inside a set of plate armor.
Or he'll remove his hand and kind of nod to Artie.
I'm going to move away from the lever and look at the statues a little bit closer. Is there anything to glean from them? Do you want to roll?
The lever. You said you're going to do what? Look at the statues instead of pulling the lever?
Yeah. I'm just going to see if there's anything to glean, because I can't really remember what was written. But
Yes. The one in the middle depicts a well-carved young man holding a sword made of fire, flanked by 2 angels, one on either side of him.
right, I remember what you said just now, but I can't remember what we read about this place.
Go ahead and roll history.
Okay. 10, 13.
You don't remember anything other than the fact that the sun sword should be here.
Okay.
What do I feel in the room? Like, what are the vibes?
It feels much calmer. The air of despair that was present before is not in this room.
I kind of want to pull that lever. Can my dog paws do it?
Sure, you're heavy enough.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pulling the lever. I'm
As you
curious.
pull the lever, a mechanism slides the large top of the coffin aside, revealing skeletal remains inside a set of glittering diamond armor. And next to, who is presumably Sergei Von Zoravich, the hilt of a blade, with no blade attached to it, ornately encrusted with gems and all sorts of gold and engravings.
Lilith will reach in and grab the hilt.
When you do so, you feel warmth. Not just warmth, you feel heat. It almost burns your hand as you pick it up. This is warmth you haven't felt since you arrived. Even the fires that you've been near haven't burned this bright and this hot.
Huh. Just kind of roll the hilt over in his hand and kind of look at Artie and Alora. It's curious that we were able to make it here to find this.
And it's just the hilt?
It has something. I feel warmth when I hold it. And Dorlith is gonna like back up a couple feet and like kind of swish it in the air a little bit. It has a heft to it. Feels comfortable in the hand.
I'll step aside and point towards the statue here that's holding a sword.
Kind of hold up the hilt so we can see. Yeah.
Does it look like it would match?
Does the hilt look like it would match
the sword held by the statue?
Yes.
What? Let's keep this close. Maybe there's more parts to it. Does Artie still have detect magic up?
Yes.
What is he, or Artie? And Dorothy will kind of just like still hold the blade in his hand. What do you like? Do you get anything from this?
Can you cast identify? Oh, I can't ask. I'm a dog.
I was about to ask to take a moment in here and sit down and cast ritually identify. Not just on the scabbard, but I wanted to pay attention to the statues as well.
There's nothing magical about the statues, but the blade itself, it is the legendary sun sword.
Oh, so inside there is a weapon. I thought it was just like the scabbard.
It's just the hilt, no scabbard.
Add it to my inventory.
I'll add it for you. It's in your inventory.
Thank you.
When you hold the blade, you feel a presence, almost as though there is an extra person with you. It doesn't speak to you, but you know what it wants, and it wants very badly to kill Strahd.
Dorlith will move his cloak aside and put it on his other loop where another weapon would have gone,
Okay.
and hides it underneath. I mean, this is, and he'll like whisper to Alora and Artie. This is why we wanted to be here, but why would he bring us here if this was here? Dorlith will just kind of oh, go ahead.
We're at the very least being watched. I think we should get a move on.
Yeah. And Dorlith will kind of straighten up a little bit and shake his head to get out of his head and follow Artie. Clockwise then? Or wherever.
I'm afraid to actually have the Raven take flight.
Scare all the bats.
What, rounding this corner, what is, are these doors next to us?
These are catacombs, smaller tombs that hold presumably the bodies of Zoraviches from before the brothers.
Yeah, no, you guys shouldn't let me lead. I'm gonna open this door. Or actually, can I inspect to see if there's any kind of labeling or anything?
Doing 5 or 6?
On 5.
You're going to inspect 5?
Yeah, I just want to see if there's any kind of labeling or is this like historic royalty or just...
There's no labels, just inside is a standing coffin, much like an Iron Maiden.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna step aside and let Dorth lead.
Artie, as you step out, you see on the inside of the small crypt a description.
Okay.
Artank Swilovich, friend and member of the Barovian Wine Distillers Guild.
I'm gonna go ahead and I guess pay my respects for fucking opening it and leave behind one of my water skins that I filled up with alcohol, and then try to seal it back up as best I can.
As you do so, you can hear the voice of Strahd echoing throughout the halls once again. You pay respects to those long dead whose souls have been forgotten so long that they're not around to appreciate it. But go forth. Yes, thank each and every one of these before you for their sacrifice. None of them will be able to save you from me.
Oh, Artie? I'll be right back. And Darlith will run back downstairs, to the Sergei's tomb and pull the lever again.
Closing it,
Yes.
it closes.
And then he'll run back up. I paid my respects too. There was across from 5. Looks like another door, another tomb. That's the
Which tomb are you going to open?
looking over at 6. Is there anything? Because it's in an alcove.
Yes, this one has a description on the front of it.
Okay.
It's almost a bit disrespectful. The legendary Saint Markovia, dead once and for all.
Sorry for the pointer so much. I'm used to a different VTT, and that's how you move the map.
No worries. No worries, you're fine.
Can I open this door?
You can. When you enter, the crypt smells of roses. The remains atop the marble slab have disintegrated, except for one thigh bone that seems to be glittering.
If I reach closer to it, does it intensify or do anything else?
Well, as you decide whether or not to reach your hand out, a ghostly form appears above the dust, so faint that you can barely discern more than part of a face. From this apparition comes the faintest of whispers. The vampire must be destroyed. Use me as your weapon. For it fades away. Artie, you can detect a very, very strong aura of evocation magic coming from the thigh bone.
Would I have seen the apparition as well?
From where you stand, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Darlith will pick up the thigh bone and walk over to Artie, closing the door behind him and giving a little nod inside of the tomb, closing the door and handing the thigh bone to Artie.
So you're going to take Saint Markovia's thigh bone?
Yes.
All right. Artie, I'll add it to your inventory now.
Okay. I'll look at Alora, knowing how much she wants bones.
It's like 3 times as big as her, though.
Yeah.
Okay, it'll fit her perfectly if you give it to her.
Oh, okay.
Tickle.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it, but add it to her inventory as soon as she vamps back. I'll go ahead and give it to her.
Yeah.
Okay,
It'll be a nice
so
surprise.
You've collected the Sun Sword. You're free to do as you wish.
Well, Artie, it looks like Alora smelled some bones or something and she kind of ran off. I'm sure she'll catch up at some point.
Okay.
Where should we go?
I'm probably just really pale in the fact that we continue to be fucking watched, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna try to look for a way out of here.
okay. Let's just keep going clockwise here. Can I open 17?
Indeed, you can. The engraving on the front says, Sir Cedric Spinwitovich, Admiral Spinwitovich. Confused though he was, he built the greatest naval force ever assembled in a landlocked country.
Quite the
Dorothy.
accomplishment.
Dorothy will close the door and say, ahoy. Nod his head and follow back behind Artie.
Fuck's my raven there? What do my old man eyes see?
Those old man eyes. They see wide steps descending to a landing, flanked by 2 alcoves. In each alcove, taking up the full 30-foot height of the ceiling, is a bronze statue of a warrior holding a spear. A soft blue curtain of light flows between the 2 alcoves. Dimly visible on the other side of the curtain are more descending stairs.
And the curtain goes all the way up.
You said the curtain? Yes, the curtain of light extends all the way to the ceiling.
I'll take one of my torches and chuck it through the light.
You hear it clatter to
Clattering
the
to the
ground
floor.
on the other side.
Where is the
Dorothy,
curtain
yeah,
of
it is.
light?
Here.
Okay. Moving closer. Does it feel like the radiance that I felt in Sergei's tomb at all?
No.
Artie, do you think this is a way out?
I'm not sure.
Well,
I'm gonna hold up my tower shield, hug it close to my body on one side of my body, and move through the curtain.
Dorothy will say, you go, I go, and he'll do the same thing at the exact same time.
As you head through the curtain of light, you move through unharmed and enter a tomb that rests in hushed silence. A tall, stained-glass window dominates the eastern wall, allowing dim light to fall on 2 coffins resting atop white marble slabs. The one against the north wall is marked King Barov Von Zoravich, and the one against the south wall is marked Queen Ravenovia Von Royen. The vaulted ceiling 30 feet overhead is inlaid with a beautiful gold mosaic.
Is there anything else in the room?
Do we want to
I don't...
take a look?
I mean, we can give it a shot.
There are no levers in this room.
Okay.
Are they tops able to be pushed? Or are they just super heavy looking?
Give me athletics.
Sure. 11.
You're able to push off King Barov's tomb top with little trouble. You find a beautifully sculpted, life-size wax effigy of Strahd's father, King Barov. The old king's bones lie in a small compartment, poorly hidden beneath his effigy.
Okay. If I drank a potion of transformation
Right?
and wanted to bulk up like pre-workout, what would that do? Anything?
Give me a minute. A potion of transformation. Do you have a specific name for that? Potion of polymorph?
No, it's one of the alchemist's elixirs.
Transformation, the drinker's body is transformed by the Alter Self spell. I don't believe Alter Self allows you to, like, you said you want to, like, bulk up and make yourself stronger.
Yeah. I didn't know
No,
if,
you can change appearance, gain an aquatic adaptation, or give yourself natural weaponry.
Okay. Okay. Well, then I'll just, I'll call Dorlith over to mine and cast guidance. I'll tell him to be careful, and then I'll back into the center of the room.
Dorothy will nod and attempt to push open that coffin as well.
South coffin holds the skeleton of Strahd's mother, Queen Ravenovia. The magic that was meant to preserve her earthly remains failed years ago. A tattered white shroud covers her bones.
Can I collect that?
The bones?
Shroud.
No, just the veil. Yeah.
You certainly may.
Okay. There wasn't anything left of the king, right?
Nothing.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'll say in a hushed voice, I'm tired of him playing mind games with us. Maybe it's our turn to turn the tables somehow.
Dorlith
And walk
will
back
nod,
upstairs.
and he'll close both coffins before he walks back upstairs.
All right. As you pass through the curtain of light on your way up the stairs, you hear the bellowing voice of Lord Strahd again, and this time he's angry. He says, "You dare disrespect the remains of my beloved parents. I bring you into my home, give you shelter in my domain for this long, and this is how you repay me? Be gone, exit unto my domain, and know that I will no longer shelter you from its horrors." And with that, you feel that pulling and pushing sensation again, and you close your eyes, and I think that will end there.